As an avid Android smartphone user, it would take a lot to make me switch from Android to iPhone. Here's that list. In no particular order, here's my list. Number 1, I'd like 6 gigs of RAM on the iPhone 7. Now, that's pretty unlikely that there's going to be 6 gigs of RAM in the iPhone 7, but it's something that I'd like to see. I think we're going to start to see it with the OnePlus 3 and maybe the Galaxy Note 6 later on this year. But it's something that I would like to see. After all, this is my wish list. Number 2, I'd like to see more storage. 16 gigs of storage out the box of an iPhone, or any smartphone for that matter, is not enough. I think we need to see the storage starts at 32 and work its way up. So that's another one of the items on my wish list. Number 3, I'd like to see expandable storage. Even though Samsung went away from the all plastic back on the Galaxy S line, they managed to now get expandable storage, and it's something that I'd also like to see in the iPhone. Having the ability to add more storage in case I run out is a nice feature, and I'd like to have it on the iPhone. Number 4, I'd like to see more OS customization. On Android, you have custom launchers, custom icon packs, you can change the font colors, all of that very easily with stock Android. This is something that you can't do on an iPhone without jailbreaking, and jailbreaking isn't officially condoned by Apple. So it's harder to get that OS customization that you can get with Android out of the box. And to go along with this one, I'd also like to allow jailbreaking. I think the vast majority of jailbreakers are just trying to get more OS customization and not trying to pirate apps. So I think Apple should officially condone jailbreaking and just not condone pirating apps, which I know is more likely when you're jailbreaking, but I think if they're not going to add the OS customization themselves, they should allow others to do it. So, it's just my opinion. Number 5, I'd like a better price per spec ratio. Typically on Android, you're getting higher end specs than you are on Apple for the same price, and I think that's partially because with Apple, you're paying for the name and some of the marketing and some of the engineering and stuff like that you're not typically going to pay on Android. So I think we need a better price per spec ratio. Number 6, I'd like to see a 2K screen. I think the Galaxy Note 4 back in its day, rocking the 2K screen, was a great middle ground between now phones like the 4K Series C5 Premium and 1080p phones. So I would like to see 2K. I think that's the happy medium as far as screen resolution and optimal battery life. Number 7 is widgets. Obviously, Android has widgets which show a lot of information at a quick glance, and it's nice to be able to have those. Something I'd like to see on the iPhone if at all possible. Number 8, I would like to see them not remove the headphone jack. I mean, I get they're trying to make the iPhone as slim as possible. Besides the fact that I don't agree with that, I think a lot of people still use the 3.5mm headphone jack, and I think at this stage in the game, I think it's too early to take it out. I mean, a lot of people are starting to switch over to Bluetooth headphones, but you're just going to piss people off by making them use the proprietary lightning jack and then get a converter to 3.5mm. It just seems pointless at this point in time, in my opinion. And lastly, something I think we're going to get on the iPhone 7 is dual cameras. It'll be interesting to see whether Apple pulls a LG G5 move and does a wide angle and a regular lens camera, or whether they have 2 camera lenses that work together to create a better image. But I'm just interested to see how this is going to go down. We've heard rumors that there's going to be 3 different models of the iPhone 7, one specifically iPhone 7 DC with the dual camera. So it'll be interesting to see what the dual camera is and how it works. But that's it for my iPhone 7 wish list. I know it was a pretty long list. Like I said, as an Android fanboy, it would take a lot to cause me to switch from Android to iPhone, but I figured I'd make a list and put it out there in case Apple engineers might be listening somewhere. But if you have anything you think I left off my list, let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, click that like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos from GreenbergTech. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. With the recent release of the iPhone SE, many are begging the question, is Apple lazy and boring? Let's take a look. This is Tech in Depth. Additionally, Apple has put out the iPad Pro, both of the 13-inch and of the 9.7-inch, which basically just took the iPad Air and threw the Pro name on top, as if the Pro line wasn't as confusing enough as it is. Let's just slap it on everything, because everything's Pro nowadays.